Dr. Fager and Damascus overshadowed the others of the 64 crop. Dr. Fager and Damascus would meet 4 times in a rivalry that would equal any in American racing history. In 1967, Damascus set out to win the Triple Crown. Dr. Fager was set to the task of winning the Rich Races run around the classics. They met in their preparation for these important races in the stirring 1967 Gotham Stakes, which you are witnessing now. As they went down the backstretch, Royal Malabar, a sprinter, held the lead. Dr. Fager and Damascus were laying close enough. Dr. Fager is going to move around horses as they come to the top of the stretch. Damascus will make the first move at Malabar. This race was run at Aqueduct Racetrack coming out of the chute. Royal Malabar is still on the lead. Damascus, Bill Shoemaker in the irons, sets out to catch him. Dr. Fager with Manuel Icaza goes around those two. You will be watching one of the stirring stretch duels of the 4 races that these two met in. This one set the scene. Watch them as they battle down the Aqueduct stretch. Challenges from the outside. The 2 great thoroughbreds are matching strides. Forget the rest of them. This is a 2-horse race between 2 rivals who will meet 4 times. As they leave the 8th pole, it's Dr. Fager on the outside asserting himself to draw off and win. The mile is going to be run in 1 minute 35 1/5. Dr. Fager wins the Gotham. In the Woodward Stakes, in the race for 1967 Horse of the Year honors, they decided not to let Dr. Fager win the race alone. They put in what was known in those days and still is as a rabbit. The horse's name was Hedivar. He was a stablemate of Damascus. He was sent out there to try and cook Dr. Fager, bury him in a speed duel. You're watching them match strides as they go into the first turn. You're going to see fractions in a 1.25 mile race. 22 and 2 for the quarter. They're going to go 45 and 1/5. They're going to go 6 furlongs in 109 and 1/5. Dr. Fager is being asked to do the impossible, match strides with a sprinter in a 1.25 mile race. Was doing the job up in front of him. Dr. Fager just couldn't be rated. He wouldn't let a horse run away from him and hide. He was too game for that and too gallant. The race was being set up for the 2 closers, Damascus and Buckpasser. Hedivar is through at this point. Dr. Fager has taken over, but he has nothing left. He has run those enormous fractions. They're going to go the mile in 1:35 and 3. They're going to finish this race in 2 minutes 3/5 of a second. Damascus will win it by 10 lengths, and with that victory, he will become the Horse of the Year. Dr. Fager, that year, champion sprinter. Buckpasser, best older horse. The $817,941 earned by Damascus was the most ever won in a single season by a thoroughbred up to that point.
at that moment in the land, Dr. Fager, trained by flamboyant John Nerud. It was noted at post time that no horse had ever carried 130 pounds to victory in this race, with Swaps, Round Table, Prove It, and Kelso among the good ones defeated at one time or another. 14 thoroughbreds went postward. They're all in the gate, and here is Harry Henson to call the Californian.
And there they go. Dr. Roy E. is going to the front. Kissin' George is second, moving up on the inside. Dr. Fager, third on the outside. Rising Market is fourth. Barb's Delight, fifth. Fieldmaster, sixth. Then Sand Devil, Our Michael. Traffic Charger, Proud Land on the inside. Zulu Lad, Aurelius, and Lucky Bush. Around the turn, it's Kissin' George in front, drawing out by 2 lengths. Rising Market is second. By a head, Dr. Roy E. Third, by a length and a half. Dr. Fager, fourth, by a length and a half. Barb's Delight is fifth. Fieldmaster, sixth. Sand Devil, Our Michael, Gamely, and Proud Land going into the far turn. There goes Dr. Fager moving up on the inside. It's still Kissin' George in front on the outside. By a neck, Dr. Fager is second on the rail by a length and a half. Rising Market, third by a neck. Dr. Roy E. fourth by 4 lengths. Barb's Delight is fifth. Gamely, sixth. Our Michael and Fieldmaster around the turn. It's Dr. Fager in front on the rail by a head. Kissin' George is second by 2.5 lengths. Rising Market, third by a length. Dr. Roy E. is fourth. Barb's Delight, fifth, and Gamely turning into the stretch. It's Dr. Fager in front by 3/4 of a length. Kissin' George is second by 1 length. Barb's Delight, third. Gamely is fourth. And Rising Market, Aurelius pulled up. It's Dr. Fager in front by 2.5 lengths. Gamely is second. Rising Market, third. And Barb's Delight. Dr. Fager in front. Gamely and Rising Market. And Dr. Fager is the winner by 3 lengths. Gamely second by a length with Rising Market finishing third.
Breaking the 130-pound jinx with apparent ease, Dr. Fager, number 9, flew in on Thursday, raced Saturday, and left Sunday $74,600 richer.
runners in racing over a distance of 1 mile and 3/16 is one of the toughest assignments in racing. The number 1 horse is Advocator. Number 2 is last year's National Grass Course champion Fort Marcy. Number 3, Irish Rebellion. In the number 4 position, New Song II. Number 5 is Flip 2. In the number 6 post is one of the fastest thoroughbreds ever to head postward, Dr. Fager. Number 7 is the Australian Invader, Tobin Bronze. Number 8 is Shooting Chant. In the number 9 spot is Roots Rulla. That completes the field for the 16th running of the United Nations Handicap. And now for the call of the race, here's Morris Toby.
It's Dr. Fager, the odds-on favorite against the field. The turf course is firm. Starter Charlie K-Mac directing the operation. They're off. All coming away to a perfect start as Advocator sprints away in front. Fort Marcy racing up second. On the outside, Dr. Fager coming on with Tobin Bronze to challenge. Between horses, Dr. Fager now going to the lead. On the outside, Tobin Bronze, the Australian champion, racing up second. Advocator dropping back slightly on the hedges third. They've got 1 mile to go, and Dr. Fager, handling his impost well, holds a length lead. In second position, Tobin Bronze on the outside. Along the hedge, it's Advocator racing up third. They race through the first turn, and Dr. Fager holds on to a length advantage as Advocator saves ground along the hedge, slips through into second position. Tobin Bronze third, Fort Marcy fourth, and Shooting Chant fifth. Sprinting into the back stretch, Dr. Fager in front by 1 length. Advocator being rated nicely in second position along the hedge. Tobin Bronze is third. They straighten away for the run down the back stretch. Dr. Fager by 1/2 a length. Along the inside, Advocator being called upon slightly, now responds, and he moves closer to the leader. Tobin Bronze third, Shooting Chant fourth, and Fort Marcy is fifth. Racing past the half-mile pole to the turn, Dr. Fager by a neck. Advocator now goes through along the hedge, goes head and head, nose and nose, and takes the lead. 3/8 of a mile to come. Advocator along the hedge by a neck. Dr. Fager dropping back second. Tobin Bronze third. Shooting Chant fourth, and Fort Marcy fifth. Into the far turn, and on the lead, it's Advocator 1/2 a length. Dr. Fager won't give up. He now moves up once again, ranges up head and head, nose and nose. 1/4 of a mile to come. Dr. Fager on the outside. Along the hedge, Advocator. They straighten away for home, head and head. In the home stretch, Dr. Fager on the outside gets the lead. Advocator dropping back second. Fort Marcy closing fast on the hedge third. Down the stretch and responding to punishment, Advocator retains the lead of 1/2 a length. But Dr. Fager coming on strongly. He goes now to the front by a head, by a neck. It's going to be a driving finish. It's Dr. Fager by a neck. Advocator was second, Fort Marcy third, and Tobin Bronze fourth.
As Morris called it, Dr. Fager, owned by W.L. McKnight, carries off the United Nations Handicap, and with it, Horse of the Year honors. This is his 18th win in 22 lifetime starts. His record in purses won amounts to over $1 million.